All right, you guys, welcome to my computer screen. And let's start by opening my Google Sheets right here so it's easy for me to explain where I am at right now.
This is my look, my life, my book. This is my destiny. This is my destiny.
So I started this flight attendant training, I call it right here, study timeline, because I realized I gotta have some sort of a guideline here. We did receive the pre-arrival guide. It was about 70 pages on April 1st. I believe normally you should receive it prior to the training, at least a month prior to the training. But I got mine for some reason, we got ours later than it was supposed to be. So, anyways, they said within a month, so it's still within a month. I guess it's 3 weeks prior to the training. No complaints. At least we still got it 3 weeks before the training. At least it's not the last week. So, anyways, I got this pre-arrival guide April 1st. I was super pumped, and I got it a little bit later, and I studied that night. So, right here, if you can see here, I studied and memorized airport codes, only the first three letters, everything that starts with the first three letters. For example, Atlanta, Georgia, ATL, Burbank, New York, BUR, all that stuff. And then I studied airport city codes, city and state with photo. This is a little bit advanced or harder one. And that's just an example of what I have studied so far. So here are all the things that I've studied. So April 1st, April 2nd, I did more airport. You can see here it's more on airport codes because there's 365 airport codes. So I want to make sure that I got that down. I'm sure we don't have to memorize all 365, but for fun, I just really wanted to learn it. So, because I have no experience in this, except from traveling, only the codes that I know it's mostly the places that I have been. And August 3rd, I'm just going from the beginning because I don't think I've done this prior to my previous videos. Prior to my previous videos, that's like a weird English. I don't think I have done this on my previous videos, so I'm actually sharing this with you now. Where I am now. So April 3rd, right here, I did another airport city codes test yourself assessment. If you notice, this 3 days, I guess, I did a lot of, actually 4 days, 5? So let's just start from there, April 1st to, I believe, for a week at least, for 6 days, I've been doing airport city codes because that night, the end of the 6th day, I memorized right here. I memorized all 365 airport codes. It doesn't mean I mastered all of it. I know I memorized it, but I do forget some of it still. And then I did a self-assessment that night, and it was great. And I knew that I forget some of them. And April 7th, I started studying some other things because, I already okay, I'm done with the airport codes. I can review this every day, go back to it. And for now, I'm going to go do something else. So I studied glossary of airline terminologies and abbreviations. And then I studied U.S. time zones, U.S. map. I know, huh? I don't know anything about U.S. map. By the way, I have a U.S. map quiz here. This is due today. That's my homework today. Studied briefly, 24-hour clock, self-assessment of glossary of terms. Every time I do something new, I do a self-assessment that day and every day, the following day. So I always remember what I studied. That's for me for retaining information. April 8th, again, I reviewed airline terminologies, whatever I studied, and then practice tests, glossary of terms, and then this is the time that I created this study timeline, actually, the one that you're seeing right now. I just realized I need to see what I've been doing and also to share with you. So if this works for me, then hopefully it works for you too. At this point, we don't know yet because I still have my CJO, my conditional job offer. I am not officially a flight attendant yet, but I know I'm going to get it. So, yes, we got this. Self-assessment, April 8th still, I did another self-assessment on airport city codes. This, the more advanced one, I pretty much did all of it, from the easy ones, the one that starts with first three letters, and then I did the little bit harder one. So that's what it is. And then April 9th, I received an email from the company that I work at. And we have this app called Zunos. It's actually right here. I can show you the material on what's in here, but if you can see here, I already finished it, 100% of the pre-arrival training material. So I did that already. I actually did it the same night, the same day that I got it. I just got so excited and I did the whole thing that day. It was like a 4-hour video, not video, 4-hour training materials, including videos and all that stuff. So yeah, it's right there. April 10th, right here, assessment again, airport city codes. I usually do my airport city codes while I'm working out, but this one here, I also did it. And I used the Scrabble tiles. I kind of invented my own game. So I have this. Where's my Scrabble? Here, I'll show you. Because I think it will also benefit you guys if you are very visual like me. Actually very audio, visual, everything. So I actually arranged this alphabetically. So right there, it's alphabetically arranged. And then I'll just grab the letters that I need and put it on the little Scrabble letter holder. Where is that? It's super cute. It's tiny. So, oops. I'm planning to have this video not too long, but I really wanted to share this information because I know that it's going to benefit some of you like me who's very visual in terms of studying. Now I don't know how to put this back. Papa did that for me, so let's use the other one. Okay, I hope I don't do that again. Open. All right, there you go. So, like for example, Atlanta, ATL. So I would grab. I will use the Quizlet, which I will show you in a little bit, for the questionnaires, and then I will grab the letter here. So Atlanta, ATL. And I know it sounds like it's super easy and I'm still doing this. I'm like, it's more of that kind of muscle memory. And if I see, I actually put the letters or I write it. Sometimes I write it, but I like to also play with the tiles. When I saw the Scrabble, I'm like, oh, this is so cute. And I just leave it there on my computer. I'm like, okay, ATL, boom. I know it seems like it's a lot of work, but hey, for me, it's fun. So I want to make it as much fun as possible for me because it could get really, really tough. I'm not saying it's super easy, but I can tell you it's simple. Simple doesn't mean easy. Simple is, for me, it's like it's possible. You can do it. Yes, it's hard, but it's not impossible. It's very simple. As long as you put the work into it. So there you go. If you have a Scrabble, go ahead and use that. If you don't, you can just write it down, I guess. Sorry, I probably bugging you with that microphone. All right, where I am now. So I just wanted to show you that Scrabble thingy. And I did another self-assessment that day with my Papa. Papa, I call him Papa, he's my boyfriend, Daryl. He helped me review it, and this time it was super hard because I actually haven't done a review without looking at the actual words. So when he was saying, it was just all kind of like a recitation, reciting the answer. So it was like, all right, what is Stockholm, Sweden? And I'm like, oh my gosh, now I don't see the letters. It's just like harder. So I'm like, ARN. It's like I'm visualizing it in my head. And yes, it's Stockholm, Sweden is ARN. I do have a technique on why and how I remember ARN. That will be on the future videos, you guys. I have some like stories on stuff that is really hard to remember, like Beaumont, Texas, it's BPT, and it's just like why? And San Angelo, Texas is SJT. Why? So I kind of like have some, even though there's an explanation in it, I think some of it is like from city. They got it from city and the airport names. Some are from the city and the state, and some just doesn't make any sense. Some are from the airport names, which it's not written on the actual question, so it's hard. So I just put meaning into it. I'll just give you one example, like Stockholm, Sweden, ARN. So for me, I'm like a nurse. RN is a registered nurse. A nurse that lives in Stockholm, Sweden. I don't know. I just figured that out. I don't know if there's a lot of nurses in Stockholm, Sweden, but in my head, I met a nurse in Stockholm, Sweden. A nurse, ARN. Doesn't make sense. I'm sure it's probably name of the airport from Stockholm, Sweden, but I can't research all those 365 airport codes on where their name came from, when their city codes came from. So they gave us a lot of it. Excuse me, I need some water. Excuse me. They gave us a lot of the explanations on where the name of the airport city codes come from, but not all of them. So some of them I just made it up. All right, so that's one example. I met a nurse in Stockholm, Sweden. ARN, a nurse. All right, April 11th. Sorry guys, I'm going through all of it because I haven't shown you this yet. In the future video, you're probably not seeing all of this anymore. April 11th, I reviewed a 24-hour clock. I did a self-assessment 24-hour right there. Reviewed time zones, time zone assessment. Reviewed theory of flight, another assessment, theory of flight. I did a lot on this day. Studied, reviewed aircraft familiarization, parts of the aircrafts and terminologies. And of course, did an assessment to that too. Started previewing aircraft recognition, which is the hardest for me. I don't know why. I've seen airplane. I have no idea what you call that airplane. I didn't even know what 737. I don't know what 777. So now I'm just kind of like studying all of them, and finally I memorized all 25 of them. The one that we got, the pre-arrival material that we got, I memorized all of them, but not the seating, just the name of them. And then I did a self-assessment. There you go. Glossary of terms again. You see, it goes back. All these assessments just kind of go back. It's on Quizlet. The Quizlet shows me what I need to review, and I will show you what I have on my Quizlet so you guys can use it, and I'll put a link on this video so you can use my reviewer. I like doing my own Quizlet. I suggest for you guys to use this but do your own questionnaires because it's a good muscle memory too. But if you don't need that, go ahead and use mine. Feel free. I will have this available for everyone, except the information that I cannot put online. So everything that I can put, I will put it on there for you guys. All right, April 12th. Once again, it's pretty similar now from here, you guys. So the only different things here is I downloaded a blank US maps to play with and use to review. Actually, I'm going to show you. I have it on this page here. Open it. So this is not blank one, but I did download this. What is that? This one, some options here. This one and this one. These are all like blank maps. See, there's numbers in there. So I printed this. Actually, that's my homework for today. And another one here. Just different, it's the same maps, but it's just different look. All right, so let's go back to my spreadsheets here. All right, I did an assessment to the United Map. Believe it or not, I never memorized the map. Now I do memorize them. And I kind of know what time zone it is. I still forget some of it. It's so embarrassing that I actually had no idea about the US map at all. No idea. Now I can't say that anymore because now I know the entire US maps. And I studied again the aircraft recognition. I memorized 5 aircrafts that time. And the next day I actually memorized the entire thing. Right there, memorized 25 aircrafts. All right, so let me see, repetition here, aircraft recognition. Again, self-assessment with glossary of terms, time zone. See, it's kind of going back and forth now, you guys, because it's all review that I've learned. I'm going back again. Okay, airport codes again while working out. And I did it this time alphabetically just so I can hear all 365. Because if I do it randomly, sometimes it just repeats whatever it did. It just repeats the same airport code. So I wanted to hear all of them. So I did 365 airport codes alphabetically. And then I did self-assessment on aircraft recognition. This time I'm really kind of starting to master the aircraft recognition, meaning the types of aircrafts. And then another glossary of terms. There's a lot of glossary terms. A 24-hour clock, US map, and time zone. And I started a Google Hangouts group yesterday, you guys, for my team, for my classmates at flight attendant training. So we tested it because I've never used it for a while. And also here, it's not part of my timeline, but I created a video intro for JojoTV, which is this channel that you're watching us, this channel that you are watching me right now. So yeah, I plan all of this stuff as I go. That's how I plan it. So as you can tell, I don't have any plan on the following day. So I just kind of plan a day ahead. So I typed this morning. As soon as I wake up, do my meditation, do my thing, relax. I don't force myself to study. When I sit down and I don't feel it, I'm like, all right, I'm just going to goof around. And when my head is like, all right, you're ready, do it. And then I do it. So as of today, I haven't really studied a lot yet. I've been doing this for you guys, this timeline and this recording things on my screen. I've been practicing how to do this. This is the first time that I record my screen for you. So I hope that this comes out fine. Okay, I printed a blank US, the one that I just showed you right here. That my homework. I'm gonna do it like 5 times, I guess. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, and 5 times. So that's my activity for the day. I'm actually gonna do that with my team tonight. I scheduled a review tonight and tomorrow, 2000 hours Eastern time. That's what's going to happen tonight, you guys, for an hour. And then this highlighted bold ones, I haven't done yet. So I'm going to unbold this because I did that already. Continue entering, I haven't done. Self-assessment, I haven't today. Time zone, I think I have. I'm going to check my Quizlet. Let's go to my Quizlet, you guys. These things are the things I need to do today. I'm going to add here self-assessment, US map, hard copy, and highlight, meaning I'm doing it like manually. So let's go to Quizlet. So this is my Quizlet. If you go to my Quizlet, you'll see a lot of sets. These are my sets. I don't know how you will see this on your side, but mine is black because I just made it black so I'm not like glaring at white stuff the whole day. And mine, I have a plus account. So if you see my settings, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, these are my settings. See, premium content. No, that's not what I wanted to show you. That's something that Quizlet can come out. That's new. Where does it say that I'm a plus member? Anyways, I am a plus member. I can see it though, but I paid for a year. I think it's a year payment. I don't even know how much I pay you guys. So anyway, my study sets. Here are my study sets. So I'm going to share all this with you guys. And I have folders here just to organize my stuff. But everything that you see with the, what do you call this thingy? With the bulb light here, that means I need to study this today. I already did this 1, 2, 3. So on your folders, when you create a folder, and then you want, what do you call this? Quizlet to remind you, it will give you this like highlighted, not highlighted, the bulb light. So that's what I have right now. For example, if I click terminologies, I have, well, it's not multiple folders. I have just one here. See, it says Josephine Doroja plus right there. So we'll do a Quizlet review next time. That's not for this video. So airport codes categorized by stars. This one is not really an actual review. I just put that in a folder because this I categorized by stars when I was reviewing airport codes. I started with, with everything first 3 letters. And then I learned by city, the name that got derived from city and state, something like that. I don't remember. And then I starred all letter A's. I starred all letter B's. So when I reviewed it, I just reviewed but the one that starred. So it's all going to be letter A's. It's all going to be letter B's, and so forth. All right. So I don't really do, as you notice, it says here 100% don't know because I never really click that study now on that one. So self-assessment here, you can tell here, I've been studying, it says I know well, I know, I'm okay, I don't know this much, so I need to study that. And on self-assessment folders, I have a lot of folders here. These are all the things, that I added on that folder. You can make your own folders. Airport city codes, I have this separate on its own. It's only one. This is all the 365 airport codes. That's the airport codes. If you hit flashcard, learn, there's a lot of different games here. I think if you have the plus, you can get all of this. I don't know if you get all of this if you don't have the plus membership. So anyways, once again, that's another day for Quizlet. We're going to get in depth in Quizlet in the future. Where am I now? So there's 2 more folders here. Oh yeah, I already showed you everything. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 folders to study, and some of those folders have one stuff in it. Some have plenty of folders inside. So that's the thing I need to do. Plus this, plus at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I am helping my classmates because for me, the best way to learn is to teach. So I am going to teach them whatever they need to learn as long as I know the information. If not, I will go to my Quizlet and show them the information. So yeah, so far for the days, you can tell I haven't done a lot of things. I think I did some self-assessment this morning. I don't know what subject, because you can also see on my cell phone. Let's go to my cell phone. Quizlet. Let's see. Let's go with the main page. So let's go to the folders. See? Instead of the bulb light, it says the word study now right there. Study now, study now, study now. So I got 4, and I got 4 light bulb on my screen on my computer. And if you use your app on your cell phone, it doesn't say the light bulb, it just says study now. But it's the same information. So if I click self-assessment here, you'll see, and if I click self-assessment on my computer, it's exact same information. See? It's just a different format. All right. So much for Quizlet. Let's go back to my timeline here. So yeah, this morning, I should say here, I did self-assessment this morning. I'm pretty sure. Let me see the subject. The one that doesn't have a light bulb right here. I did a Zunos, aircraft, and time zones. So, Zunos. I'll just do Zunos. And then I'll do self-assessment on aircraft. It's not on aircraft recognition. Let me see what's in this folder. I'll just say aircraft because there's a lot of them. See, it's 3 different subjects there: aircraft recognition, familiarization, theory of flight. They're all different information inside. Some information, it just sounds like they're all the same, but there's a lot of stuff in there. All right, aircraft. And then the last one I did was, okay, I already did 3. So what am I missing here? Self-assessment, I think it was a time zone. Okay, time zone. Some of them seems like it's repetition. It's because it's a different type of test. So there's some repetition, but I just add it there and I know what that means when I look at it. So I didn't highlight it because that's done already. I should put that actually on the left side, but I'm just gonna leave it there. All right, you guys, that's it for now. And tomorrow, so first thing in the morning, I will type in whatever I want to do for that day because it depends on what I finish tonight. So I don't want to put it in there until I finished everything for tonight because I'm sure some of this probably will not make it tonight. We'll see. I am planning on making it. It's only 3:08 right now, so we have plenty of time. So, all right, guys, that's it for now. And I hope that helps a little bit when I showed you my timeline, my study timeline. It seems like it's a lot. It will be overwhelming if you do everything pretty much like in 1 week, But if you have a month, in my case, I have 3 weeks to study. And even prior to that, try to study as much as you can, especially airport codes. I hate to say, I didn't really study a lot because I wasn't sure. I don't want to kind of like study something that I will have to undo. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to study the wrong information, I guess. I'm not saying what you find on other Quizlet is going to be wrong information, but I want to enter the information that I want to study. And I do understand you may not want to use my Quizlet, and I totally get it. Totally get it. If you want, you can verify at least the information because I found some Quizlet that I got from, I thought, some reputable, people, but I found some stuff, there's like typo error. I can make my own typo errors, so make sure that you are verifying all the information that you're getting, that you're using, because at least, when you do your own Quizlet, you are responsible for it. So make sure that when you use my Quizlet, I want to give you a disclaimer, use it on your own risk, because if I make a mistake, please don't blame me on it because I can make mistakes. But as far as I know, everything that I input there, I check it, triple check it, quadruple check it. And if I still make a couple of mistakes, I apologize, but that's all I can do right now. And that's it for today, you guys. And thank you for watching this long video that I'm planning to do a short one, but I really wanted to give you a summary of everything that I have done so far up to this day. And now I am going to my boom, 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 United States of America map. And that's the next thing. And I will see you on the next one. Mwah.
This is my look, my life, my book. This is my destiny. This is my destiny. You can sit down with your trouble, but for me it's plain to see.